What's up, millionaires in the making? Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast, where we unlock success daily by journeying through the 6 pillars. I'm your host, Tye Aarons, the founder of the MITM Club. And today, we're talking about why financial discipline creates peace. With that being said, run my intro.
Caught up in them bright lights, lost the shiny things that's golden. Everything ain't always what it seems, that it's soaking. Chasing my dreams, coming apart at my seams. Best believe that the money is the motive.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast. And discipline financially creates peace. The first reason is because structure reduces uncertainty. Financial stress is often driven less by income and more by uncertainty. When people don't know where their money is going or whether they can cover future obligations, the brain interprets the situation as a threat. Research in behavioral psychology shows that predictability lowers the stress responses because the brain prefers known outcomes over ambiguous ones. Budgets, automatic transfers, and financial plans create predictability, and predictability reduces anxiety. Now, structure creates a sense of control. Studies in financial well-being consistently show that perceived control over money is strongly associated with lower financial stress. When people track spending, schedule savings, and define financial rules, they shift from reactive behavior to intentional behavior. And this is something that we go very in depth on within the MITM Club and specifically in the Money Mastery Dash programs. The situation may not change overnight, but the sense of agency increases immediately. This structure transforms money from chaos into systems. And as you guys should know by now, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, systems stands for save yourself, time, energy, and money. It makes life so much easier. No more NSF bounces because you set up things up in a specific way. No more going into debt for emergencies because you already planned for them before they happened. Now, structure prevents small problems from compounding. Without financial structure, small misalignments accumulate quietly. Missed savings, creeping subscriptions, gradual lifestyle inflation. Over time, these small deviations become major sources of stress. Regular systems such as budgeting, expense reviewing, and automated investing catch small problems early before they compound. This structure acts like routine maintenance for your financial health. Now, structure reduces the cognitive load. And I tell you guys, I wear a uniform because I would rather not have to think about one more thing day to day, because there's already so many things to think about in a day. There's this one book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. They say you only have so many F's to give in a day. So you got to choose them wisely. Now, money decisions appear constantly throughout the day. Purchases, subscriptions, savings decisions, and spending trade-offs. Decision science show that repeated decision-making depletes your mental energy. When financial systems are structured, many of these decisions are made once instead of repeatedly. Automations and rules reduce the number of financial decisions that the brain must make and must process. So less cognitive load leads to less stress overall. Now, structure stabilizes long-term progress. Financial stress often comes from the feeling of being stuck or moving unpredictably. When financial behaviors are structured, saving consistently, investing regularly, managing spending intentionally, progress becomes visible and predictable. Predictable progress builds confidence, and confidence will reduce your stress. It's a loop that keeps on feeding into itself over and over again. More confidence, less stress. Then you have even more confidence and even less stress, and it compounds. That structure turns into financial growth from an emotional roller coaster into a steady climb. This is the first time we launched the Money Mastery Dash. It was called the Financial Base Camp Challenge because dealing with finances can feel like an absolute mountain. And for many people, it feels like an unscalable mountain. There's always something new that's coming in, causing chaos in your life. But when you have systems, when you have structure, it starts to turn those mountains into molehills. And y'all may walk over molehills all the time and don't even notice it. That's how it should be. Stress thrives in uncertainty. Structure creates certainty. Without structure, you're reactive to your finances. With structure, you're intentional with your finances. Structure doesn't remove challenges, but it does start to remove the chaos. Financial clarity replaces financial stress in our lives. Now, I invite you guys to join the MITM Club because we're working on mastering our cash fast so we can get one step closer to living our dream lives. I hope you guys got some value out of today's episode of the MITM Podcast, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give 'em that